Hello and welcome. In this lecture we shall be taking the startup class, and which is the configuring service part, and we have divided it into two parts. The first part will be talking about the configure service method. So startup class is responsible for the application configuration, and in this video we shall learn the functions of the startup class in an ASP.NET Core 3.1 application and see how to register framework and application custom services in the startup class. Now you configure your app's behavior in the startup in the following scenarios. For registering any service or any class that the application depends on for providing functionality. Now this class can be of two types: classes used by the framework and those application specific classes written by you for registering middleware and endpoints, and we'll soon see what do we mean by both. Okay, now let's switch over to Visual Studio and start understanding. So this is the program class, so let me switch over to startup class. Now startup class, you see that we have got a startup public constructor where a configuration which is of iConfiguration type is injected to the application from the public constructor, and in here this is so far not used, so I will just skip this part. Okay, and I'll start talking from this configure services method. Now you can see here this method gets called by the runtime, so use this method to add services to the container. Okay. Now typically we register the dependencies of our application into a container. So it is inversion of control or dependency injection. Now for a detailed description of dependency injection principle, see my video on this URL in the description below, which is this video, ASP.NET Core Dependency Injection Principles. And if you click on this, it looks like this one. This is a complete long video that I have made last year, ASP.NET Core Dependency Injection Principle using Visual Studio. Okay, if you need any reference material. Now back to startup method, and you can see startup class, and we can see that we have this configure services method which is adding dependency injection, which I just told, and we'll be covering this part only in this lecture, configure services method. Okay, and see it is allowing the addition of a add reger pages. So this is a service, this is a framework based service. Okay, so again we register the dependencies of our application into a container, and this container can then be used to create any service, and we must register each service with the framework service or our own service with the container before it could be used in our application. Now here this configure method, which we will be taking in detail in the next lecture, this is for configuring the middleware. Okay, and here the iHost in the program class uses create default builder and configure webhost default helper methods. So again visiting this, revisiting the program file. So the iHost is created. Okay, so this is the iHost builder. This is iHost. iHost instance is created using the create default builder and configure web host defaults. The host builder calls out to startup to configure the application, and the dependencies are registered within a container in the configure services method to create classes correctly at runtime. On the other hand, configure method defines the middleware. Okay, that is this configure method. It defines the middleware pipeline. It controls the application's response to requests. Now, whenever you use a new ASP.NET Core feature in your application, you will need to come back to the configure services method and add in the necessary service, like this add reger pages. What this is doing, that it adds services for the pages to the specified iService collection. And if you read, if you are able to read this mouse this mouse over this window, then it says that this method configures the MVC services for the commonly used features for pages. This combines the effects of so many things. Okay, right. Now this add razor pages is an extension method that encapsulates all the code required to set up the razor pages services. Now this method adds various razor services for rendering HTML and formatter and routing services as examples. Now, as told earlier, the configure services method is the place for registering our custom services. So it could be also a movie service in a movie app that is called by the application for performing CRUD operation. Now I will show you. Now I have loaded the Blazor movie app that I have created earlier, and there is a course on Blazor movie app also on Udemy. So here I have added the data access service, which is my customs service. So services.addTransient. AddTransient is a method which is is out of scope for this current lecture, and it actually needs a complete full lecture on what are the add methods like add scope, add singleton, add transient. It's a separate topic. Okay, and we have added the MovieDB service and the interface for which this MovieDB service is derived from. Okay, now let's get back to the slideshow. So this has got a block diagram of startup class. Now this is the program class. Now how it shows the interaction or communication between the program and the startup class. So program class has this iHost builder, which creates an instance of iHost when the program is when the method is built, and iHost builder calls the configure services method and the configure method. So there is two-way communication. So this calls on the configure services method, and configure services method registers the service and returns it to the iHost builder. Similarly, the configure method, which builds the middleware pipeline and returns the object to iHost builder. So that's why it is communicating with the startup class is communicating with the program class. So before concluding, again we'll quickly revise that we have seen that we register the dependencies of our application into a container, and this container can then be used to create any service, and then we must register each service, whether it is framework services or our own service with the container, before it could be used in our applications.